The movie starts with a fisherman who catches a lot of fish from the river and brings them to the shore and starts cutting them and cleaning them. But there is a very strange thing here. It took a long time to get those fish out of the water. But then suddenly a fish whose stomach was cut started moving. Then as soon as she saw it, she started moving her whole body. Now not only she but the other dead fish start moving. The fisherman was very surprised to see this because he had never seen anything like this before. After this, we see a sheriff, a police officer's car. A man from the same town had called. So the sheriff was going to meet him. After a while, he reaches his house and talks to him. "Tell me what's the matter. Why did you call me here?" Then the man shows his dog to the sheriff. He was in a bad condition. He was not breathing. Seeing his condition, the sheriff asks the man, "What have you done to him?" The man replies, "Sheriff, I didn't do anything to him. I think he must have eaten the poison that I had put in the whole house to kill the rats. But this also doesn't confirm to me that he must have eaten the poison. I'm just guessing." Now he couldn't have been cured. On top of that, he was in so much pain. That's why the sheriff shot him and killed him, so that his pain is also over. After which the sheriff tells his wife when she comes home that our son Joseph has been arrested by the police, and also your beloved son. Actually, he was the son of the sheriff and the stepson of his wife, like the sheriff's darling was saying. She didn't like her stepson. Because his behavior was strange, she says that both of our children are in the custody of the police. So do something soon. Go to the police station immediately and get them released. On which the sheriff says, "I don't take work in a hurry. Be patient now." After saying this, the sheriff goes to his dad. The sheriff's dad was the same fisherman we saw in the beginning. When the sheriff got there, the dad showed him the fish, which died and came back to life. She was jumping in a strange way. The sheriff had seen this for the first time. He says, "Don't think so much about it. Let's burn these fish to remove the petrol can." He went near his car. When he opened the trunk of the car, he was surprised. The dog that Sharif had killed a few days ago was back to life and attacked him. Then, Sharif somehow backed off to save his life and shot him again. This time, the bullet hit his head. So the dog is finally killed here. After his death, Sheriff's dad puts those fish and dog in one thing and sets it on fire so that the root of these problems is killed, who are dying and coming back to life. After which, Sheriff left from here. He first goes to the police station to get his children released. Now Sheriff's daughter, who was locked in the cell, a man was also kept with him who was in a very bad condition since last night. He was vomiting. Seeing his condition, Sheriff's son says, "Why don't you die?" After a while, that man vomits a lot of blood. Seeing this, Sheriff's two daughters got very scared. They quickly came to the door and knocked on the door of the cell and started asking for help from outside. Hearing their voices, Sheriff's dad and a police officer came there quickly and opened the door of the cell and came in. When the police officer saw the condition of the man, he thought that these two must have done something to him when he was in such a condition. But to check the man further, as soon as the police officer started going to him, that man suddenly stood up, suddenly comes and hugs the police officer and puts him next to the wall and started beating him a lot. But the man bites the police officer's chest. Joseph quickly comes in the middle to get rid of him. He punches that man in the face. But then that man also bites Joseph's hand. In the meantime, the police officer had got rid of himself. He picks up a rod and starts hitting that man. The man fell down. The police officer hits him so many times that the man's whole head is torn. He fell there. On the spot, he died. After leaving here, Joseph went to the hospital where he met his wife. She found out that she is going to be a mother. She thinks that we should not keep this child. But his wife was saddened by this decision and decided to give birth to a child. Now it was found out that there is a strange atmosphere in the whole city. The people who are dying are coming back to life. And the living people who are sick, they are biting each other like weird, crazy people. Then at night, a call came to Sharif about a similar case. in which a woman bit her little child, who was just born. Sharif was very surprised. He immediately left for that woman's house. When he reached there, that woman was doing very strange things. After that, she slapped Sharif too. She dropped him down, attacked him badly, and bit him. But Sharif somehow got himself released and attacked him with a big rod. He dropped him down and attacked him so many times that the woman died. After this, we are shown the time after 6 months, where this reason came to light that why was this happening? Actually, in the whole world, the zombie virus had spread. Because of biting, another person would also be infected with this virus, and the virus would spread like this. Now 6 months had passed, so the whole world was in a very bad condition because of this virus. There was devastation. So in this environment, those people who were saved from this virus, they had made a separate place to live. By separating themselves from the whole world, they made their own area. A wall was built around it so that no zombies from outside could enter their area. By staying inside, they were also looking for new ways to kill these zombies every day. Now it was found that Joseph and his dad, Sharif, who was brown, had the power to fight zombies like this, because there was a special quality in their blood. Because of this, they used to survive every time, even after being bitten by zombies, because their wounds would spread very quickly and the virus did not spread in any body. This quality was in almost all brown people, but it was not in white people. This is the reason that because of being bitten by zombies every time, they could not fight the virus and became zombies. Now Sharif's second son, Joseph's stepbrother, was white, but he himself was against white people. And any white person who is alive outside was not allowed to come inside, because it was believed that if someone was infected with this virus here, then all the white people inside would also get infected with this virus. A boy who was alive was brought to this area, but he was bitten by a zombie. But she doesn't tell this to anyone, but she starts living here quietly. Joseph and his wife were very worried because they were talking about our child, who is now in his wife's stomach. I don't know if he is safe from this virus or not, because his wife was scared. The reason was that he himself is white, and he had seen many such cases in which a child was bitten by this virus in his mother's stomach, and he started eating his mother inside, on which Joseph convinces him that you don't think so much about it. Now at night, Sharif found out that the necessities in his area were running out. That's why he goes out with his dad and some men to get things. While inside, Sharif's other son was drinking with his friends. He lost his mind and goes to that girl who was the victim of this virus, who was brought here today. He started going near him, during which the girl turns into a zombie. Her condition was looking very bad, blood was coming out of her mouth, and her eyes were looking strange. She had become very bloodthirsty. She attacks Sharif's daughter and tears off a piece of her body, which gave her so much pain that she started screaming loudly. Everyone heard her voice and came there, and seeing this scene, they lost their minds. By then, Joseph had also come, and he saw that girl and immediately moved forward, and these people tie her together. Now Joseph and his friend took his stepsister to his mother so that she could get her treated because she was a nurse. But Joseph's brother knew that I was in such a bad condition that I would not be able to survive now. He started getting angry at the brown people, especially at his dad Sharif and his brother Joseph, because he was the one who brought that girl inside, who made her such a condition. He comes to his brother Joseph by mistake and stabs him in the stomach, and with the help of his companion, he opens the door of his area. All the zombies run inside immediately. Now after a while, Sharif was stunned to see the condition of his area. He talks to his wife through the radio, so she tells him that a lot of zombies have entered here and they have killed most of our people. There are only 7-8 people left here who are stuck in a room. Then Sheriff tells one of his companions that you do this, sit in the car, make a noise, and go from here. Hearing the sound of the car, the zombies will come behind the car. And in this way, we will distract them, save people. That man did the same. When he left without a car, a lot of zombies followed him. In the meantime, Sheriff and his dad went inside and saved the remaining people one by one. But when Sheriff was saving Joseph's wife, he was left behind in the end. Then the zombies clung to him and threw him down, and they attacked completely and eat him. They tore Sheriff's face completely, causing him to die there. Now the remaining people came out and sat in the car and ran away from there. But all of them were very sad because of Sheriff's death. Then a woman's call came to Sheriff's dad, who was going to live in his area. She tells that we have been captured by Sheriff's stepson and his companions in a church here, so please come and save us. Hearing this, Sheriff's dad felt very sorry for him, and he takes the car to the church to help him. Now Joseph's wife's condition began to deteriorate in the car. It was time for his child to be born. But then Joseph's stepbrother came here and threw a gun at them. He also brought a zombie with him so that he could kill Joseph's wife, because he wanted his wife to be infected with this virus. But then Joseph's mother took the girl from behind and shot her. But in the meantime, the zombie started moving fast towards him. He grabs Joseph's wife, throws her down, and bites her. Seeing this, Joseph came running here. He attacks the zombie with a knife. He cuts off his head and separates it from the body. Then Joseph takes care of his wife. The poor woman was sad and said that I have been infected with this virus. And now Joseph has to do something quickly to save his child. Now because of this, Joseph went crazy in anger. He wanted to take revenge from his stepbrother. First of all, he stabs him. Then he left him alive in the area of zombies so that the zombies would do him a bad job. As soon as Joseph went from there, all the zombies came together, tore his stepbrother's head, cut him badly, and started eating him. By then, Joseph had run away from there and come to his family. He comes to the riverbank with all of them so that he can sit in the boat, leave here, and go to the other side. But as he followed him, the other zombies came here too. So Joseph's grandfather decides that he will stay here and face the zombies, and by then Joseph will run away with his mother and wife. Now Joseph did not want to leave his grandfather alone like this, but he had to make the same difficult decision. He said goodbye to his grandfather and sat in the boat from there, and these people left from there. This boat stops at a deserted place right in the middle of the river so that his wife can give birth to her child. Because this is a deserted place, no matter how much he shouts, there is no danger of zombies coming here. After a while, we see that his child was born, which was absolutely healthy. There was no danger. Joseph says, while holding his child and his wife, "Take your child, our daughter is born," and these people were moving forward to go to a safe place. The story of this film ends here.